When I was a kid, I wanted to be a scientist. I wanted to be an astronaut. I even remember wanting to become a neurosurgeon after I watched the movie Gifted Hands. I was so inspired. It was so cool. But as I grew up, I gradually started losing faith in that dream of mine. This is because I didn't have access to the resources, educational, financial, from my parents, from my educators, from my school, that will help me to groom that light and to keep the flame burning and become one day a neurosurgeon or a scientist. But this is not the future we want for our children. That is why we are a group of 4 young, dynamic minds that decided to bring a solution to bridge the digital divide in Cameroon for a start, and Africa with the project Hustlin. Hustlin is an offline digital library that provides relevant and on-demand content for kindergartens, high school students, undergraduates, and those who just had their certificates, because we believe that if they are empowered with the right skills, if they are provided with the right resources, they will be able to groom their talents and pursue their passions. We discovered that in our country, in most schools, the educational curriculum that we teach to our students is outdated. The teachers don't make the classes enough engaging. They don't provide the right resources and educational materials to groom the talent and the passion the students have in the various fields, including STEM fields. Where will the students learn these skills? At home, maybe, but in our country, the internet penetration rate is still very low. It is just at about 35%. Research has shown that about 17 million Cameroonians and beyond don't have access to a reliable internet connection. So they are prevented from the opportunity of studying from the internet, from the vast resources, educational, professional, scientific, that the internet has to offer. How do we teach our students how to be engineers, how to be scientists, how to have tech skills, or how to have skills that are relevant to today's industry? How do we equip them to be able to solve the problems we are facing in our community, in our society here in Cameroon, if they don't have access to internet and relevant course materials? We decided to bring up to the market Hustlin. Hustlin is an offline digital library that is made up of a Raspberry Pi in which we have installed a server, and the server contains a bunch of tools and resources that facilitates the studying process for students, learners, high school students, undergraduates, and even professionals. Raspberry Pi contains platforms such as Module, which is a learning management system that helps the student and the teachers to easily get across the course materials and keep track of their evolution. It has platforms also like Khan Academy. Khan Academy is a platform that helps students to develop their skills in mathematics and in all the other science fields, and it has interactive quizzes that help them to assess themselves as they're studying. Students might be able to have access to these either using their phones or laptops. But since we decided to start with high school students, and we understand that it is a bit costly for a parent to give the student a phone, we are bringing this solution for a start to all the high schools in Cameroon that have a computer laboratory in the campus premises. As cheap as 150,000 francs for the basic pack, we can install a wrestling box in a high school or in all the high schools in Cameroon that have a computer laboratory on their premises. We get the relevant and on-demand content for the students of the campus that is relevant to what they are studying or the different fields, or even course materials from the Ministry of Secondary Education. We install and configure it in the platforms available on this server, and we bring it in the computer lab and configure with the computers available in such a way that just with a Wi-Fi connections, all the desktops in the laboratory will be able to have access to this Raspberry Pi or to this hosting box that contains a bunch of resources that will help our students get to the next level, pursue their passion, and achieve excellence. It comes also with a charger, and at just 150,000 francs, all the high schools, public and private, in Cameroon can get access to this undeniable resource for their computer laboratories that brings courses and relevant content to their students. For the next packs, the premium and other customizable options that we offer, people might be able to afford it with a tablet, with a solar panel to recharge and keep energy, and with also other modular tools that helps them better the experience depending on the context in which they want to use our hustlin box. We have started with high schools because we believe that they are the immediate people affected by this problem of internet in our country, and we are precisely focusing more communities where internet is completely inaccessible, such as rural areas and the extreme zones of our country. Our next plan is, after reaching all the markets of high schools in Cameroon, we want to go a little bit further by bringing in a hustlin box customized for universities. We think that with a hustlin box available in university premises, with all the content customized and relevant to their study, to the various fields and majors, we will be able to provide or to give some students the chance to study, to learn, and to get relevant and on-demand skills that will help them take care of themselves and be competitive in the job economy. We are a startup that are striving to solve the problem of internet in Cameroon. That is why we are on a mission to bridge the digital divide in Africa, starting with Cameroon, our country. With the right amount of funding, we'll be able to make this product available to all the high schools in Cameroon, both public and private. And this way, we are going to impact the life of these students in a way that has never been seen before. But while waiting for our product to reach the market, we have not been folding our arms. We have been testing our prototype for 2 years now with high schools and with volunteers and in learning spaces to make sure that it actually solves and meets the consumer requirements. We have equally been organizing sensitization campaigns to teach students on how to effectively use the internet to pursue or to groom their passion, be it in careers like cybersecurity and technology and all the like. So after we solve this problem, we want to make internet more available and accessible to all. That's our main goal. We seek to go further by providing campuses, universities in Cameroon with offline digital libraries as well, with content that will help them develop skills in order to be able to make money while they are pursuing their studies. But our main aim is to bridge the digital divide in Africa, starting with Cameroon. That is why we want to be able to connect the whole Cameroon in an intranet in such a way that the resources available in servers can be accessible across the country without having access to internet. Our goal in 10 years is actually to be able to provide a wireless internet service to all Cameroonians that will reach even remote areas. At Hustling, we believe that internet means opportunity, and we need your help to be able to make this technology available to high schools and educational institutions in our country. In order for us to achieve our long-term vision of bridging the digital divide in Cameroon and Africa, we need your help. We need your funding, we need your support, and we need your resources. Thank you.